and welcome to Bill Vining Arena for the first basketball action of the season here on the Washita Sports Digital Network. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Grant Johnson as my color analyst, and we are excited to start off this season here with you as the Washita Lady Tigers will be taking on the champion Christian Lady Tigers. And Grant, looking at both of these teams, you have a Washita squad coming off just about a mid-tier Great American Conference performance last year, finishing just barely making the conference tournament. And then you have a champion Christian team coming about 30 minutes down the road following a big win for them. And so, you know, you have one team coming off a big exhibition win and then another team coming off a big conference win, and so both teams have pretty high momentum, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, both teams seem to be hot for sure. This Washita team has a new look with a new coach, Kylie Hill. So, I mean, that's a new look compared to last year. I know they were middle of the pack, like we said, but I think it should be a pretty good game between these two teams. I mean, both Tigers just getting after it. Should be a good one.
And the player to watch out for on this Washita Tiger team, senior Lainey Mears. Mears has been a big part of the Washita offense in the past 2 years, actually being one of the top shooters in the GAC just 2 seasons ago, and last year being the main ball handler for a team, like we said, that finished towards the middle of the pack in the Great American Conference. Meanwhile, on the other side, Michaela Williams, the senior out of Grand Cane, Louisiana, transfer from Angelina College. She's put herself up with 23.6 points per game this season, also including a 36-pointer earlier this year. And so with a scorer like her, how do the Lady Tigers approach a game on defense against her?
I mean, there's a couple different ways that you can approach it. You can either box and one, which is, I mean, a pretty basic defense, just almost double teaming her, keeping one person on her at all times, kind of running a zone around it. That's one way to stop her, but I mean, I'm not sure how her three-point percentage is or what she looks like from the arc, but I mean, maybe forcing her to take those deep shots and kind of rushing her a little bit, maybe making her play a little bit faster tempo, and yeah, I mean, we'll see what they come out with tonight.
And champion Christian, one of the top teams in Division II of the National Christian College Athletics Association, hoping to pick up another win today, but Washita stands in their way here, playing in their home opener. Just a few days ago on Friday, the Washita Lady Tigers faced off against Texas A&M Texarkana, and in that matchup, the Lady Tigers did just about everything you'd want out of an opening season exhibition, doubling the score of the other team and having 3 players score in double figures. Obviously, you had Mears with 12, but on top of that, you had junior Madeline Tipton with 12 and junior Abby Harrison with 12. And Harrison, a player who didn't get too many minutes last year, showing in the spotlight, actually getting the start over Grayson Fairless today.
Yeah, and they also shot 42% from the three-point range, which is very impressive, 90% from the free throw line. So it's clear that Coach Kylie Hill is really striking hard on their shooting for sure. I mean, free throw and three-point percentage. They beat them 73-36, Texas A&M Texarkana. I mean, just very impressive win. That second half was really huge for them. I think they were up about 10, 12, something like that around third quarter, and just really had a big spark coming out of that locker room.
And now just 20 seconds away from the start of this season, the Lady Tigers lining up first for the national anthem and then the introduction of our starting lineups. And we'd like to inform you that the Washita Sports Digital Network is brought to you by Taylor King Law. And we thank them very much for their platinum level sponsorship here in the department.
Junior guard from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 5, Natalia Silva. Senior guard from Grand Canyon, Louisiana, number 12, Michaela Williams. And junior center from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, number 23, Cassie Don. The head coach of the Lady Tigers is D'Anthony Ellison. The assistant coach is Anna Lachele. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Washita Tigers! Sophomore from Silent Springs, Arkansas, number 45, Brooke Smith. Junior guard from Bologna, Arkansas, number 23, Madeline Tipton. Junior guard from Marmaduke, Arkansas, number 30, Heidi Robinson. Junior guard from Hernando, Mississippi, number 32, Abby Harrison. And senior guard from Bologna, Arkansas, number 22, Lady Mears. Head coach of the Washita Tigers is Scotty Hill. The assistant coaches are Randy Higginbotham and Greg Cody. Tonight's officials are Brian Pillmore, Barry Smith, and Barry Higginbotham.
And there you have it, folks. Just to repeat the starting lineups for Champion Christian first is Isabel Bueno at the 2 guard, Michaela Williams at the 3, Cassie Don, number 4, Olivia Sepulvedo, and number 5, Natalia Silva. And over for the Lady Tigers, Lainey Mears, Madeline Tipton, Heidi Robinson, Abby Harrison, and Brooke Smith getting the start tonight. And Grant, looking at this squad in this starting lineup that Coach Hill has put out on the court, one thing that you notice that's a little bit different from past years, like we already mentioned Abby Harrison getting the start, but also Brooke Smith getting the start as well, the lone sophomore on this team. What do you expect to see from her tonight?
Yeah, I mean, if they can feed her down low, she's a 5'11" forward, so I mean, a taller frame for sure. If you can feed her down low, I mean, get her some good looks, good shots. I mean, that'd be big for the Tigers here.
And the turnover to start on the first possession, Lainey Mears unable to save it, and the Lady Tigers start their game on a turnover. Champion Christian wearing their Spa City jerseys today, a nickname of the city they hail from, Hot Springs, Arkansas. And the 3, that time by Michaela Williams, is good to open up the game. Abby Harrison wide open down low and can't get to go, rattles off the right side of the rim. Champion Christian trying to run quickly, but Brooke Smith gets a hand in there, sends it right towards her own bench.
I mean, off to a fast start already. Quick 3-point and good look at a layup, just couldn't get it to go. But, I mean, we talked about it earlier. It's going to be a good one tonight for sure.
Like you said, both teams playing fast, looking for a 3. She's going to take it inside, looks outside. The 3 on the way by Sepulvedo, no good. Fighting for it that time was Cassie Dawn, but it will have touched her last, and Washita's going to take it the other way. Heidi Robinson taking it down the court. Robinson, I'm sure she's happy to be healthy after last year, her season ending early with that left knee injury. Madeline Tipton going to square up for 3. No good. Abby Harrison on the rebound, falls to the court. And they're going to call that one a walk. That's another turnover for the Lady Tigers, already not just over a minute into this one.
Great rebound. I mean, good look at it. Just, I mean, fell off her feet. I couldn't stand up on it. But if she can keep getting rebounds like that down low, that'll be a big help.
Looking for something, passing around the outside. And the walk is going to be signaled on the other end of the court. This time, Natalia Silva. signaled for the
Back-to-back
call.
walks.
And you can see both teams kind of wiping off the dust early. Both of, obviously, the Lady Tigers in their first regular season action of the year. Mears with the three, and she had space behind that three-point line, and she's going to tie it up at 3 apiece in this one.
I mean, if you leave her open, she's going to knock that down every time.
Looking down low, it's blocked by the Tigers. Tipton taking it down the court. She's got options. She's going to take it herself. The left hand no good by Tipton, but good follow by Smith, and she's going to get called on the foul, and she's going to go to the line for 2.
Really like that by Tipton, just, I mean, grabbing that ball and taking it down the floor really quick. Had a good look, great rebound there. And now at the line, we talked about it earlier, last game against Texarkana, they shot 90% from the free throw line. Very, very impressive, 9 for 10. So it's clear that Coach Kylie Hill is very, very stricter. I'm sure practices are a little bit rough when it comes to free throws.
Here's Silva looking on the inside. Cross-court pass. Bueno doesn't get a shot that she likes on the court. Here's Williams. Takes a falling shot, and that one's not even going to get close to the rim. Here's Tipton on the other end in the corner. That one rattles out. Madeline Tipton had another good look, just unable to get it to fall. And that time Silva no good on the three on the right side. Heidi Robinson, she's got wide open space to the rim, and great draw foul there by Robinson. And the Lady Tigers are going to get their 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
And that's Robinson back-to-back, taking it up the floor. Had a missed opportunity on the three-point in the corner. Great pass, though, and now she's at the line.
And Heidi Robinson squaring up, and that one is good. The Lady Tigers, a little bit of a slow start. They now have 6, and Champion Christian sitting at 3, has not scored since their first possession of the game on the 3 from Michaela Williams. Robinson makes both of them, and the Lady Tigers are 4 for 4 at the stripe today. And going out, Heidi Robinson, and coming in, you see Samantha Watson, the junior out of Arlington, Texas, getting her first action of the season. Bueno was looking inside at Dawn, but couldn't get it to her. Lady Tigers running fast in the mid-range, and that time, Lainey Mears.
Great fake and one dribble pull-up there by Mears. I mean, just great look. That's what you really want as a coach whenever you're practicing, and, I mean, just great job by Mears.
Williams trying to find Dawn once again, and it's going to be batted out of bounds by Tipton. And then coming out this time, Brooke Smith, and coming in, the junior Audrey Winfrey, junior out of Auburn, Alabama. Lainey Mears, though, active hands on the dribbler. She gets pushed to the ground. Samantha Watson on the rebound. Running left side, looks across the court. She got Mears in the corner. 2 for 2 from the field, and the Lady Tigers are finally starting up to start this game. Now up 12-3 with just about a minute and a half before the first media timeout.
And great job by Watson there to find Mears in the corner. Watson didn't start this game, but she's been a big contributor so far. And that's kind of what these non-conference games are for, to kind of see who connects together. I mean, it's not necessarily – I mean, it matters for sure, obviously. We know that. But it's a chance for a coach to really see who gels well on the team and who can handle situations, who can handle presses, who can handle, you know.
And on the free throw there, Abby Harrison going to the bench, and coming in for her first action of the season, it'll be number 20, Grayson Fairless, junior out of Mena, Arkansas. Lady Tigers once again running on the fast break. They've been playing very quickly today. Madeline Tipton driving, pulling. And Tipton finally gets the whistle there. Misses the shot at the free throw line. And then the rebound goes straight back to her, and then she gets the call on the reach there.
I know you talked about Mears earlier, talking about being one of the lookout players, but I think Tipton is also one of those players that we should really be looking out for. Last season, she scored 13.2 points per game.
And Madeline Tipton was one of the premier shooters in the GAC last season, hoping to replicate that this year as Winfrey misses the three at the top of the key. And the ball sails out of bounds, and they're going to say that that was out on Ouachita.
Looks like they overturned it.
And it looks like they did just that. Madeline Tipton going to the referee, and he quickly changed his mind. Here's Watson. She's got cross court to Mears. Fairless just just in front of the three-point line. Here's Watson driving. Little floater is good. And Samantha Watson puts herself on the board for the first time this season.
Nice job by Watson just driving in. Bigger defender on her, just still puts it up anyways, and it goes.
Champion Christian now trailing by double digits for the first time in this one. And that one just thrown off the backboard. Lady Tigers running quickly now. Mears inside looking at Fairless. Good passing by the Lady Tigers, and Lady Mears finds the bottom of the net in the corner again today. And that is going to signal to Coach DeAnthony Ellison that his team needs to be talked to. And with that, we're going to take just a quick break before we come right back with some basketball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. The Lady Tigers of Ouachita jumping out to a quick 17-4 lead in this game, and the driver of that has really been senior Lainey Mears. We talked about her before the game, and today 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from deep with 11 points. Grant, what has really been the driver of her offense today?
I mean, she definitely lived up to expectations for sure. 3 from 3 from the three-point line is huge. She's had some help from Watson finding her in the corner, finding her all over the place. I mean, Watson has been a big contribution to the team. Although she didn't start the game, I think she's been huge so far, grabbing rebounds and pushing things up the floor and getting good looks for her teammates.
Samantha Watson leading the game in rebounds with 3. And then Madeline Tipton also being a big driver in that as well. While she's 0 for 4 from the field, those 2 assists have been very beneficial, finding Mears in some good situations. Now in the game for the first time today, number 11, Caden Porter, the freshman out of Sheridan, Arkansas. And champion Christian whistled, and that's going to be a turnover again on the Lady Tigers. Porter, she's got some space at the top of the key, looks at it, Watson, Watson drains it from deep.
She gets her first points of the night. Great job. Excuse me, there she has 5 tonight, but first three-pointer of the night. And great job to just be open in that corner, kind of shifted down, faded down whenever those defenders came out, and great shot.
And Fairless whistled on the call and drawing it for Champion Christian. Winfrey almost nearly had that stolen, but good job there by Silva to get on top of it. Sepulvedo looking inside, and that one's batted away. Samantha Watson leading the break for another time today. Winfrey midi, no good off the back of the rim. Porter, though, grabs the rebound, and the Lady Tigers are going to take it back out. Watson, she's got Harrison in the mid-range, drives right, looks at it, Robinson. And Robinson had a foot on the line there, and the Lady Tigers turn it over.
Seems like this Ouachita Tigers team really works well in transition. Whenever that defense can get back and set their defense up, their little 2-3 that they've been running all day, it's a little bit harder for them to score.
Driving it. The three by Michaela Williams. That's her second of the night. Watson, she's got Robinson quickly. Audra Winfrey. Abby Harrison backing down Holloman. And that one rolls in for her. Those are her first points of the night on a nice baby hook with the left hand.
Yeah, to beat a 2-3 zone, that's what you want to do. Get it in the middle, and that's what they did right there. Nice job by Harrison.
And the hands by, once again, Harrison leads to a missed layup on the other end by Porter, but they're going to whistle that one out on Champion Christian. Ouachita maintains possession of the ball.
There's Harrison on both sides of the floor. I mean, after a basket, sometimes your players can almost give up a little bit, but great job on defense to have a good look at it. I know they didn't make it, but great look there.
Harrison loses it, backing her down, and Champion Christian takes it the other way. Sepulveda, top of the key. Castillo. Williams driving on Watson. Good aggression there by the senior, and she's going to draw the foul. It's going to be on the floor, though. Champion Christian going to take it out of bounds. And then one thing you're seeing from this Lady Tiger team of Champion Christian is Michaela Williams, really the main doer in all of these offensive schemes. As Holloman knocks down the shot from the stripe. Porter, wide open shot from the corner. And that one's going to miss everything, and the Champion Christian's going the other way.
Not mad at that shot at all. I mean, she was open. Shooters are going to keep shooting.
Michaela Williams, unadvised shot there. Goes the other way, but Caden Porter just took too many steps on the fast break layup. And the Lady Tigers are going to relinquish that point, or that score, and they're going to turn it into a turnover.
Sometimes you can be a little bit too wide open. That happens sometimes.
Here's Williams. And a good look there by Moylan, just unable to convert is Holloman. And now the Lady Tigers take it the other way. Champion Christian tightening up on their defense a little bit. Abby Harrison had a good look at the shot, but they're going to say Moylan fouled her on the floor, and Ouachita will be taking it out of bounds.
If Ouachita can keep that tempo going and beat them for their defense to get back and get set, I mean, they can keep expanding this lead that they already have.
And Holloman for Champion Christian comes out, and coming back in, Cassie Dawn. And then in for Washita, number 22, Lainey Mears back in the game, in for Samantha Watson. Here's Mears. She has the ball. And by just saying that, you know that she's dangerous. Heidi Robinson looking through her offense. Here's Joey Babel with the ball. She's having her first couple minutes of the night. And Abby Harrison fouled once again on the pass.
Looks like that's going to be bonus.
And the Lady Tigers of Washita find themselves in the bonus this early into the half. And Harrison will be taking her first 2 free throws of the game. Knocks down the first, and Abby Harrison, like we talked about, had 12 points in that exhibition game against Texas A&M Texarkana. It looks to just about everyone that Coach Kylie Hill really wants to integrate her more into the offense with her height being at 6'2".
For sure. I mean, they keep feeding her down low, and she seems to be doing well so far. And they're still 100% from free throw line, knock on wood, but great job there.
That one out of bounds. Washita takes it the other way. Here's Mears. Looks out to Smith. Nearly passed out of bounds. Mears with the active hands to keep it in, though. Brooke Smith looks down at Mears down low. Sepulvedo. Way to keep it inbounds. Washita does take the ball right back, though, and they're going to be whistled once again. And Heidi Robinson goes to the line again today.
I think Mears wanted the foul there, but regardless, second chance opportunity, and to the line regardless, your teammate Robinson. I think I jinxed us.
And the oft-mentioned broadcaster's jinx playing, and Heidi Robinson playing victim to it this time. And she goes 0 for 2 from the line. Battling for it on the ground, though, and they're going to call a jump ball. Moylan just can't get full possession of it, falls to the ground, and great aggression by Washita to jump on top of it. And while it is Champion Christian ball, the possession arrow switches hands, and Washita will get it next time there's a jump ball. Kayla Williams. Shot clock turns off. There's 12 seconds left in the quarter. Champion Christian wants the last shot, but so I'll go ahead and take it myself. Washita now, clock ticking. They've got to put up a shot. And Heidi Robinson, her shot clangs off the left side of the rim to end the half, or to end the quarter, excuse me. And Washita goes into the break up 24-12. And we will be right back with you here on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to the start of quarter number 2 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined once again by Grant Johnson. And Grant, looking at this first half, we already talked about Lainey Mears, but looking at the other contributors of this Ouachita squad, Samantha Watson with 5 and Abby Harrison with 4, this Ouachita team has a lot of depth, and you've seen that today. Coach Kylie Hill just going basically through his whole bench.
Yeah, I mean, a big thing that sticks out to me is rebounds. I mean, if you compare the two, Ouachita has 12 and Champion Christian only has 3, so those second chance opportunities have been huge tonight for Ouachita.
And at the start of this second quarter, passing it in will be sophomore Brooke Smith. And here we go with quarter number 2. Lady Tigers passing it around quickly, and that one's batted away by Sepulvedo. Couple seconds run off the shot clock, but the objective's still the same for the Lady Tigers. And great find by Madeline Tipton. And Brooke Smith, all she has to do is put it up and in.
And it looks like Champion Christian kind of came out wanting to trap whoever's at the top with their 2-3 defense still, but trapping at the top. And great job by Tipton to remain calm and pass it inside.
And a turnover there by Champion Christian, going to send it the other way for the girls in white. Lainey Mears looking at the corner. Madeline Tipton, she's got Fairless at the free throw line. Brooke Smith, and way to draw the defense off. She distracts Dawn, gets her up in the air, and then just has Fairless flash to the bottom of the paint, and she's wide open for a nice layup. Lainey Mears, she's left open again. And when will Champion Christian learn? She has her 4th 3 of the game with 14 points. What a night for senior Lainey Mears.
And perfect from three-point range. I mean, I figured they'd learn by now. I thought they'd talk about it after that first quarter, but I guess they just continue to leave her open.
And that pass is going to sail into the backcourt, and Sepulvedo has to put hands on it. And Ouachita is going to get the ball back. Champion Christian with their 9th turnover of the night. Tipton has Winfrey wide open on the inside, and Winfrey hits it high off the glass. And Ouachita's got 33 now.
And I know that looked like a wide open layup because it was, but I mean, she was all the way underneath the basket. Great job just to lean back and still make that layup look a lot easier than what it actually was.
Michaela Williams hitting the difficult layup on the other end. Fairless, she swarmed, and they're going to, Champion Christian whistled for the foul. It looks like Dawn is going to get called. And with that, Dawn goes to the bench. And coming in for Champion Christian, that'll be Brandasia Holloman. Winfrey under the basket. Looks in at Fairless. Fairless dribbling around, loses it. Sepulvedo running quickly. Castillo, she's got Williams driving to the paint. And a whistle by the referees calling it out of bounds on Ouachita, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the call was there.
Sepulvedo. Sepulvedo's looking over at Castillo. She's got a wide open mid-range shot, and she drains it.
Great move there. Great fake. Kind of caught her defender off guard.
And Ouachita running it quickly. That's going to produce an open 3 for Madeline Tipton, and that one does not go. Madeline Tipton starting off the night a bit slow. She's 0 for 5 but we both know that when she gets hot, she can it gets dangerous for the opposing defense.
Yeah, like you said, she typically knocks those down. A little bit rough tonight, but I'm sure she'll find it later on in the game if you continue to leave her open.
And just those growing pains from the offseason showing just a little bit for these Lady Tigers, but later in the season, Madeline Tipton looks to be a threat again. Double dribble called that time on Sepulvedo. And Champion Christian has 11 turnovers tonight.
Looks like Champion Christian's starting to get a little bit tired. You know, those unwanted travels and walks that really cost you on the offensive end.
And Tipton puts herself on the board with a nice fading mid-range shot. Champion Christian passing it around. Holloman almost lost it. Williams driving on Winfrey. She's going to put it up, and that one's going to rattle in for her. Michaela Williams hits double digits in this one. She's got 10. Winfrey, 3 from the top of the key, and that one sinks it.
Her first three-point make of the night. She's 1 for 2.
Audrey Winfrey going to be dangerous for the Lady Tigers this season. Standing at 6 feet tall, can stretch the floor really well and shoot over a good bit of defenders as Brooke Smith steals it. Lady Tigers on the break. She's got Tipton for the wide open layup, and with the left hand, Madeline Tipton is going to put the ball in the basket. And the Lady Tigers of Ouachita, the first to hit 40 in this game.
And as I said earlier, I think Champion Christian's starting to get a little bit tired and wear down, but the Ouachita Tigers don't care at all. Still keeping that fast tempo and great steal.
Sepulvedo driving on Tipton. Williams just lost it. Porter on the break. She's got Samantha Watson trailing out front, and she just sinks the easy layup on the break. And that right there is going to send DeAnthony Ellison into a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay here and just talk about this run for Ouachita. Obviously, they come into this quarter with a noticeable lead, but just expanding it now doubling Champion Christian's points. And on that last break, it just almost feels like they've taken the breath out of the Lady Tigers from Spa City, with Samantha Watson having no opposition, just having an easy layup on the other end. Grant, how does Champion Christian just regain their confidence and at least give themselves something to go into the halftime locker room with something to be encouraged by?
I think this timeout will help them a lot. I think if they can get off their feet like what they're doing right now, get some water, just kind of come back, and it almost seems like they're playing a little bit lazy on defense. It seems like they're a little bit tired, and Ouachita Tigers are really just taking advantage of that. So I think defense is big. If they can get some steals and stop this Ouachita Tiger team, that can lead to easy buckets on the transition end, because it seems like this far there hasn't been many transitional baskets from Champion Christian. So I think a little bit of that could help them for sure.
And the lone bright spot for Champion Christian, Michaela Williams. She's got 10 points on 4 for 7 shooting on the night. She's made half of her threes, shooting 2 for 4. And Williams has been a strong player on the drive as well, producing a lot of opportunities for her teammates in that regard. Sepulvedo, she's going to square up for 3, and that one off the left side of the backboard. And once again, Ouachita taking it fast. And Ruby Trammell steps into the game for the first time and knocks down the shot from deep.
The freshman making a mark already.
And Trammell, the freshman out of Bergman, Arkansas, in Bergman High School. And Abby Harrison with the steal. And right there, standing 6'2", Abby Harrison, not really known for her ability to run the floor on the break, but right there runs it seamlessly.
I mean, beat everybody down the court.
Michaela Williams, wide open three. Clings off the back of the rim. Sepulvedo, though, on the rebound. Champion Christian going to get another opportunity here. And Madeline Tipton draws the foul. Michaela Williams running right into her. And that's what you like to see if you're a head coach.
Great job by Tipton there. I know she only has 4 points. Had a couple of tough misses from the three-point line that we know she can make, but makes up for it on the defensive end.
Watson loses it. Here's Williams, 1-on-2. And great effort there by Heidi Robinson to get back and forces Champion Christian out of a score. And taking it out of bounds now is Williams. She's just going to pass it out to Sepulvedo. And the foul whistled on Ruby Trammell.
I will say something that I'm very impressed with is, I know the student section isn't big, but they're into it. I mean, still a defensive chance with Ouachita with such a big lead.
And the student section made up of players from the Ouachita football team, the basketball team, a couple baseball players over there, and a lot of volleyball players there to support their fellow women's. A whistle blown. It's going to be called on Champion Christian, though, and Ruby Trammell is going to take it out of bounds for Ouachita. Harrison battling with Den, and they're going to call Dawn on the foul. Joey Babel coming back in the game for the Lady Tigers, and going out, Heidi Robinson. Joey Babel was a strong option for the Lady Tigers last season in the mid-range. Abby Harrison trying to find Madeline Tipton. She gets it to her, but it's a steal. Champion Christian, good effort to get on top of it, and they're going to take it the other way. Here's Bueno here. Moylan with the three. That one hits nothing. The Lady Tigers of Ouachita can't get on top of it. Whistle blown, and it's a foul on Ouachita.
And if Champion Christian can continue to get those turnovers, I think that they can cut into this lead. I know missed the three-point shot, but I mean it was a good look for sure. Not mad at the shot at all.
And coming back in for Ruby Trammell is Audrey Winfrey. Silva driving, she found Moylan. Wide open is Bueno, and Bueno finds the bottom of the net. She had all the time in the world to take that shot.
And her first three-point make of the night. Doesn't care about the defensive chance in that student section.
Tipton, great high-low find to Abby Harrison, and she's just got a wide open look at the bucket after taking the ball there.
She's going to be a big asset for the team this year for sure.
Bueno. Sepulvedo on the three in the corner, and that one goes straight to the hands of Tipton. Tipton running quickly, looks at Babel. Babel going to slow it down just a little bit. And the foul there on Natalia Silva. That's Silva's first foul of the game. Her team's 11th. And head coach Kylie Hill subbing in for the Lady Tigers. Number 20, Grayson Fairless, and number 22, Lainey Mears. And going out, Abby Harrison and Madeline Tipton.
And in the bonus yet again is the Ouachita Tigers. Very impressive for them just to continue to draw fouls all night.
Babel sinks the first one. And the second one goes down. She's perfect at the line, 2 for 2. Champion Christian looking for an opening. Williams falls to the ground, whistle blown, and the foul that time is going to be on number 10, Samantha Watson. Watson, that's her third tonight, all before the first half. That's something Coach Kylie Hill is going to want to watch out for. Watson, a great player for this team, but playing with 3 fouls in the first half is something that you have to be really careful with.
You got to love the aggression as a coach, but there's times to kind of draw it back a little bit for sure. 3 fouls in the first half with 1 minute, 42 seconds remaining. I mean, just kind of got to draw it back a little bit.
And Watson going to the bench, and coming in for her, freshman Caden Porter. The long 3 from Bueno rattles out. And I feel like I say it every time, but Ouachita running it fast.
Yeah, they've been doing just that all night.
One thing they always mention as a big jump in just about every level of basketball is just the speed of the game is higher in just about every regard. So I would assume from the National Collegiate Christian Athletics Association, the speed is a little bit slower than the speed of the Division II level.
For sure, but I mean, the Ouachita Tigers have been playing awfully fast tonight, and Champion Christian hasn't had an answer for it.
And Ouachita on pace to hit triple digits tonight in scoring, and a bit of a shot clock error there. So Spa City going to take it out of bounds. Sepulvedo at the top of the key. She's looking inside, had Silva there. Silva can't get it to go. Ouachita running it quickly again. She's got Babel on the break. Babel finds Porter on the outside. Porter's going to take the midi, no good. Champion Christian running it quickly now. It's 1-on-4, and apparently so as Silva loses it to Babel. Ouachita the other way. Winfrey, that one clings off the back of the rim. Foul called. Looks like an over-the-back call that time on Caden Porter. That's Porter's first foul of the game, her team's 8th.
And Ouachita continues to get steals. I know we talk about them playing fast, but that's a big part of the defense. I say defense wins championships, and they've been doing a great job of it tonight.
With that foul by Porter, Champion Christian finds themselves in the bonus. And Isabel Bueno headed to the line for her second time tonight. Knocks down the first one, and looking at this Ouachita squad, I already talked about they're on pace to hit triple digits in this one. But Lainey Mears has kind of been quiet for a while, but Ouachita's found other offensive options aside from her. Mears really hasn't taken any shots other than a couple she took earlier in this one.
Yeah, she's been getting her teammates involved. I know it's a big thing to score. She has 14 tonight. But, I mean, just getting teammates involved and letting those work around her.
And Fairless is going to get the layup on Ouachita's side. And at the end of the half, Isabel Bueno's floater, no good. Ouachita is going to head into halftime with a 53-26 lead on Champion Christian. And before we go to the break, Grant, what have you seen from both teams tonight?
I mean, I feel like I've been saying it all night, but defense has been huge for the Ouachita Tigers team, and Champion Christian, it seems like they can't really handle that up-tempo and that pressure that the Ouachita Tigers have been applying all night.
And with that, Grant will be back on with you at halftime, joined by Phil Bird in just a couple minutes. And I will join you guys back for the third quarter at the conclusion of halftime. But for now, we'll send it to a commercial here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson, joined here with very special Phil Bird. I know they've had you on the cameras all night, but in this game we got the Ouachita Tigers at 53, Champion Christian at 26. What are some players that have kind of stuck out to you tonight?
Well, obviously, you got to talk about the star, Laney Mears here. 14 points in that first half. Just absolutely stellar. 4 for 4 from 3 and 5 for 6 on overall field goal percentage. Just incredibly efficient there. No surprise to anyone who's been paying attention to Ouachita basketball that Laney Mears is a star player, but also some efficiency off the bench from the Tigers, specifically Samantha Watson coming off the bench, 7 points. And 3 rebounds, doing fairly well from 3, 1 for 1, and shooting 100% from the field so far. Really showing some efficiency there and getting a fair amount of playing time because of that. And then down low in the post, we also have Brooke Smith doing fairly well with 4 rebounds so far, 3 on the defensive side and 1 on the offense. But overall, the Tigers are doing a great job at shooting. Their shooting is very, very efficient. They're taking smart shots. And for the most part, not much to criticize here in this first half.
Yeah, for sure. I think they've done we've talked about it all night. I think they've done a great job on defense, and getting to the line has been big for them in the last game. They shot 9 for 10 from the free throw line, and in this one they're 8 for 10, so on the mark to, almost shoot 20 free throws if they can keep it up. What are some things that Champion Christian can kind of control here, or what are some things that going into the locker room as a coach that you'd kind of be motivating or saying to the Champion Christian team?
Well, obviously this Champion Christian team is a little bit smaller than this Ouachita team. Not as many players on the roster, so it's not as deep. We already see players like Michaela Williams playing the entirety of the first half. These players are going to get tired. It's going to be fairly easy to get down, and the coach just has to maintain a level of confidence. He has to realize that this game is maybe a tough game, but they have to fight through it. They have to get through. I think a lot of this second half, they're going to be trying to focus on that 3-point range. They have done a good job of forcing some poor shots from Ouachita so far, but not nearly as many as they need to. Ouachita's been way too efficient from three. And then also, like you said on the fouls, just absolutely too many fouls in that first half. Total for the team, 11 fouls for Champion Christian in this first half. That's just letting them get to the line a few too many times. They're getting caught up in the bonus. And then also just some of the shot selection that we've seen from Champion Christian may not have been the best shots available on those plays. So I'd like to see some more efficiency from the field, and then also just generally a cleaner match with fewer fouls in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think Champion Christian comes out with a different defense here? Are they going to continue? Because they've been in a 2-3 all night. They've tried to switch it up a little bit, tried to trap up top. But, I mean, things so far haven't really been working. Do you think that they'll switch into a full-court press or do anything to really stop this fast-paced, fast-tempoed Ouachita Tigers team?
Well, they have to try something, because obviously what they're doing right now is not working, at least not to the extent that they would like it to so far. This Ouachita team, we said it before, they're very good on the perimeter. If they can up their perimeter defense and just lock them out, force them to come in to the post, and then also keep their hands clean of any fouls, I think they really can force some unfortunate shots for the Tigers. But it's just going to be a challenge for them to make sure to force the team inside. It's going to be interesting to see what they try. They may switch to a man just to try to force players further in, but it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and Ouachita Tigers, I mean, this is, not a conference game. This is not part of the GAC game. So this is a chance for new head coach Kylie Hill to kind of get some new players in there. I know that they have, I think, 3 freshmen on the team. So I wonder if there is going to be any freshmen that kind of get in there a little bit, or some other players that we have not seen so far. Is there anybody in particular that you're looking to see more from? I know there's a Ruby Trammell. She's one that she's a freshman here, and she got points tonight. I wonder, is there anybody in particular that you're looking forward to seeing more out of, or,
Well, obviously Ruby Trammell with that 3, they're very efficient, but she also had 2 fouls, and that's why her playtime was kind of limited in that first half. We can also see Caden Porter here, the freshman out of Sheridan, Arkansas, getting a fair amount of playing time, 7 minutes in that first half, but not much coming very easily for her. She did get 2 rebounds, and this team has been fairly efficient down in the post. They're winning the rebound battle by 9 so far in this game. I think we'll probably see a fair bit of Caden Porter in this second half. She hasn't gotten herself into foul trouble. She's done a fairly good job there. But Ruby Trammell and Caden Porter are the 2 that we've seen so far this game. Other freshmen that I think we could see in this game, I'm not sure. But I am fairly excited to see what Caden Porter and Ruby Trammell are going to be able to do.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Phil, for joining us. I think we're going to go on break for a second. We have Ouachita Tigers at 53 and Champion Christian at 26. Stay tuned. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Hey guys, I just pointed at the camera, but it's Isaac. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined once again by Grant Johnson here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And thank you guys for watching this broadcast brought to you by Taylor King Law. The Lady Tigers of Ouachita lead 53-26 over Champion Christian College. And Grant, in this one, you and Phil talked a lot about it, but you've seen a lot of production from just about every player in Coach Kylie Hill's lineup. From the top, obviously, Lainey Mears scoring 14, but, you know, just talk about the production and the depth that we've seen from Ouachita.
I mean, if we look on the stat chart already, there's a ton of players that have got in and out compared to Champion Christian, who's had very few kind of substitutions, and that's a big reason why they've been so tired on offense and defensive side, and Ouachita's been taking advantage of that. So, I mean, great job by new coach Kylie Hill of just getting more players involved. It's not a conference game, so getting to see what you're really working with and who can play a role whenever it comes to those actual conference games.
And Coach Hill coming off a tenure from D1's Western Carolina. We talked about it before the game, but Coach Hill playing college basketball at Arkansas Tech, hails from the Arkansas area, coming back home to coach Ouachita, and he, so far in this one, has had his team ready to play and ready to play fast at that.
And I think he's going to be a huge asset for this Lady Tigers team. I mean, we talked about how they kind of finished middle of the pack last season, but I think this new coach hire, he got hired in April. I think this is going to be huge for this team.
And at the start of the half, both teams coming out with the same starting lineups. Tipton looking inside. And Harrison gets the ball, but good active hands by Champion Christian to force the jump. And The Lady Tigers from Hot Springs are going to take it the other way. Here's Castillo. Williams on the right side. Shot clock ticking down. Nice spin move by Silva, but can't find the bottom of the net. Lady Tigers running it quickly the other way.
And we talked about it at halftime. I think Champion Christian is coming out with a little bit of a different defense. They normally work 2-3 zone, and looks like they're in a man right now.
And that man so far has given Kylie Hill's team a bit of trouble, but Lainey Mears has no trouble making the three as she knocks down Washita's first points of the half.
And her 5th three-point make, 5 for 5 so far. I mean, she's been hot from that three-point range.
She's now 5 for 5 from distance, 6 for 7 from the field. And the team from Hot Springs, Champion Christian, says, I'll give it right back to you. Isabel Bueno knocking down the three. And a timeout called. We're going to keep it here and talk about a slow start for both of these teams in this half. But Lainey Mears, in that first half, she had 14, another three-point shot. I really don't feel like it's gonna be hard to see her miss tonight.
I know. I mean, with only 12 minutes tonight is what it's got her at so far, and 17 points, very, very impressive. Something that I am gonna kind of wonder or see if why Coach Kylie Hill just called that timeout is because they came out in a different defense. Coming in that man defense, you're gonna kind of have to change things up. There's not gonna be as much, inside out. It's going to be a little bit more screens, a little bit more dump-offs, and, maybe try to get one-on-one with Lainey Mears or your forward down low.
And Grant, finding the weakness in a man-to-man defense is a lot more difficult than finding the weakness in a 2-3, because in a 2-3, you know where the players are going to be or the general area of that. But in a man-to-man, if you're facing off against a team that is really good at on-ball defense, it's really hard to find a weakness in something that's so dependent on the other team and their talents.
Yeah, and with 2-3, you can do a little bit of different stuff with it. You can trap at the top. You can trap in the corners. You can do different stuff with it. But man-to-man, I feel like, I know me and you both play basketball. I feel like man-to-man was a little bit harder to really score on and find those open shots.
And the active hands by Champion Christian also proving difficult to go against for Washita. Tipton going to take it inside, though, and she finds herself right at the rim. Good take by Madeline Tipton. Here's Castillo. She's got Bueno. Whistle at the top of the key. Sepulvedo falls to the ground, and it looks like a loose ball foul. Abby Harrison just ran through the screen, trying to get to her man.
And 6'2" Harrison just, with no remorse on that screen there, just ran right on through her.
Champion Christian with it once again. Here's Castillo. Williams falling to the ground, trying to get it to go. No good. Heidi Robinson running the break. She's got Mears on the outside. Takes it down the baseline, and whistled for the foul.
And come out of the locker room, looks like Washita, I mean, that really helped them for sure. I mean, got off their feet a little bit, and they're still continuing to run that high tempo that we've seen all night. And it looks like Coach Kylie Hill really works on that in practice for sure.
Heidi Robinson, a little bit of trouble finding the bench there. Samantha Watson over to Mears. Mears looking inside. And Abby Harrison gets the layup inside. Her teammates saw the mismatch and did just about anything to try to get the ball to her there. And she just gets the high-low on Sepulvedo and a wide open look at the basket. Layup by Silva, no good. Finds Williams on the outside, and that one rolls in for her.
Nice three-point shot there. I know she's been a little bit cold tonight from the three-point range, but coming out of that second half just makes that her first shot, her first attempt at it in the second half.
And Audrey Winfrey on the follow. And, you know, before that, though, you saw another thing you saw, though, Abby Harrison getting open on that high-low. And this will be a 30-second timeout, but you see Abby Harrison getting open on that high-low, and they continue to put Sepulvedo guarding her, and it looks like they're trying to trap her on the backside, but she continues to get those open looks just because of her height, and a lot of the times Champion Christian doesn't have a player to put hands up in front of her.
Yeah, being 6'2", I mean, tallest one on the court from what it seems like, just continuing to feed her down low is going to be a big help for this Lady Tigers team, and I talked about it earlier. With them switching to that man defense, you're going to have to do things like that where you're going to have to try to find that mixed match. I know Lainey Mears is, great offensive player, 17 points tonight, but I think Harrison tonight with that, moving from 2-3 to a man defense, you can continue to feed her down low, and I think she can get some good buckets.
And Harrison, she's the second player in double digits tonight for Ouachita. She's got 10 points on 4 for 6 from the field. Audrey Winfrey, though, making that last shot on the follow. And that air ball by Sepulvedo is going to go off Tipton and back into the possession of Champion Christian. Silva out to Williams, out to Bueno. Champion Christian passing it around. Here's Williams. Finds Silva on the outside, and that one clangs off the left side of the rim. Great find by Michaela Williams, but continuing to see just unable to make those shots.
Yeah, Champion Christian's had very good looks in the second half. It looks like they've worked on their offensive scheme a little bit, but just can't get them to fall.
And you see the full court press that you talked about at halftime for Champion Christian, but that time it proves to be all for naught as Ouachita gets the ball down the court, and Abby Harrison is going to benefit from that with 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, going late with this 30-point lead that the Lady Tigers have, that Champion Christian team is going to have to start working in some more presses or doing something to get a little bit of a spark, and I haven't really seen many transition offensive points from that Champion Christian team, and I think if they're able to press and can hopefully put a little pressure on this Lady Tigers team, they can change things around.
Abby Harrison lacing both of those free throws there. She's going to be dangerous if she can continue to hit those shots at a high rate, especially with her being such a great interior player. Watson driving left side, and Champion Christian whistled for the foul, and Samantha Watson going to find herself at the line for the first time tonight.
We've seen Watson all over the court tonight. Rebounds, steals, just really, getting her teammates involved, and now she's at the line. She's been doing a great job. I know she didn't start the game, but she's kind of been a spark plug for this Lady Tigers team.
And coming in for Champion Christian, number 22, Reagan Moylan, the sophomore out of Dallas, Texas. And Watson knocks down the first. And now you continue to see in this half a bit of a shorter lineup for Champion Christian College, and it's continued to produce points for Ouachita's big men, and Abby Harrison benefiting from that a lot. And now you've got 6 foot Grayson Fairless in the game to try to benefit from it as well.
And we know Fairless started last year, I believe, in most of the games, and she averaged around 9.9 points per game, 6.6 rebounds. So it seems like this Lady Tigers team, I know that they have that new sophomore that we've seen all night. We've seen Harris all night, but it looks like they have two forwards down low off the bench and starting. It's kind of tough to see which one they're gonna roll with, but.
And the charging foul is called on Winfrey. And that'll be Winfrey's first foul of the game, her team's 10th. And on that possession once again, and that time it produced a miss for Ouachita, but Grayson Fairless guarded in the front by Sepulvedo and then trapped on the backside once she turns around, expecting an open look, but she just gets met with the hands of a champion Christian player.
There's been a lot of fouls on both ends tonight. I mean, 3 fouls for the Lady Tigers and 3 fouls for champion Christian.
And with that, that's the first media timeout of this second half. We'll be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Ouachita leads 66-34 after the under 5 media timeout in this third quarter. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Grant Johnson. And what we've seen in this second half, a little bit of an adjustment for head coach DeAnthony Ellison of Champion Christian. His team switching to a more man-to-man based defense, and Ouachita some early troubles, eventually finding their way in this one.
Yeah, I think after that timeout from Coach Kylie Hill, I think he kind of talked over some things, how you're going to have to run the offense a little bit differently now that they're in a man-to-man, and seems to be working so far.
And Williams, long three, clings off the side of the rim. Here's Watson. She's got tipped in on the outside. That pass into no man's land, but great effort by freshman Porter to save it. And looks there just like Tipton lost the ball. And a scary fall for the junior. And she's going to need to be helped up. Our prayers go out to Madeline Tipton at this moment, as she's helped off the court by the trainer and Audrey Winfrey. Something you don't like to see a lot of the times, just her knee going straight into the floor, and just a not fun thing to happen for any team to see one of your players go down like that. Here's Fairless, and that pass just bobbled there by Brooke Smith, and it's going to go the other way.
And something that I did notice from that last offensive possession, like you said, Porter being a freshman, we talked about it a little bit at halftime that maybe Coach Kylie Hill will kind of put some more freshmen out there, and looks like he is going to.
And the foul called, and Williams is going to take another trip to the line. And coming in for Audrey Winfrey, that's number 3, Ruby Trammell.
She's 1 for 1, making a 3-point shot.
And one thing you've seen from this Ouachita team Trammell standing at 5'11", Audrey Winfrey standing at 6 foot, and then so many other players able to make that three-point shot. And Trammell and Winfrey, tall shooters. That's something that's going to be valuable for them later in the season, that they have players that can shoot over a lot of defenders.
Yeah, for sure. For the offensive standpoint, I mean, being able to shoot over that contested shot that, the shorter offensive players typically get more contests and get a little bit more intimidated by.
Porter, she's looking for Fairless. Fairless, she's got a mismatch now. Back up to Porter. Trammell on the far side and whistled for the foul. That's going to be Natalia Silva. That's her third foul of the game. And now Champion Christian finds themselves in a precarious situation. 3 players playing with 3 fouls. And now Coach Ellison going to have to get a little bit crafty with the way he plays his players, knowing that a lot of them can't play as intense of defense as they normally would.
Yeah, and as we talked about at halftime, I mean, compared to Champion Christian to Ouachita, the roster and who they've been playing out there, Champion Christian has been playing far less players from their bench. So, I mean, he's going to have to reach into that bench a little bit.
Cross-court pass.
Almost stolen away. Nice fake. Fouled.
And Silva fouled on the shot. And going to the line, that's Natalia Silva, continuing to play with 3 fouls. The intercom saying she has 3, but our records indicate she has 4 in this one too, so making it even more dangerous to have her out on the court right now. But nevertheless, she's taking her 3rd and 4th free throws today, and she is yet to make one as Joey Babel jumps on top of the rebound. Samantha Watson one-on-one floater, and that one hits the back of the rim and it goes in. Samantha Watson, she has 11 tonight. Makes her the 3rd Ouachita player to hit double digits.
And Watson seems to be that, I mean, I talked about earlier, that spark plug, and really plays well at that fast-paced transitional offense.
Trammell taking it out of bounds, and Joey Babel is going to take the ball guarded by Trenton. And 3 by Trammell, no good, rebounded, and Ouachita is going to take it right back out. Trammell looking for Smith there, can't get it to her. Champion Christian's got it. Lockett gets it to Moylan. Moylan looking inside to Ziegler. That one whistled out of bounds. Last touched by Ouachita.
And I know it didn't result in a second chance point, but I mean, compare the 2 stats rebound-wise. Ouachita Tigers have 28 and Champion Christian only has 9. So, I mean, that's been a big help for this Ouachita Tigers team, getting those second chance looks.
And on that last substitution, Brooke Smith going out, and going in Audrey Winfrey, junior out of Auburn, Alabama. Williams. Williams is going to take the 3 on the left side, and she sinks it.
Great job by Williams. I mean, I believe that's her second 3-point make of the half. She was a little bit slow in the first half, but really picking it up second half beyond the arc.
Porter in the corner. Here's Trammell. That one clings off the back of the rim. Good effort by Winfrey to get the rebound. Once again, Audrey Winfrey. Some great efforts on both rebounds. Gets 2 offensive rebounds, and Ouachita still has it. Babel, she's got Watson inside. Left hand is good. Great pass and great catch and great shot inside by Samantha Watson.
And that's Watson with 13 off of the bench. Very impressive.
And right there, Williams met with Trammell, and they're going to whistle Trammell on the foul. Trammell now, that's 4 fouls for the freshman. And she's going to head to the bench. Coming in for her, Heidi Robinson. And Trammell has been a good effort player for this team, but with 4 fouls, hard for Coach Kylie Hill to keep her in the game. Williams knocks down the first one, and that is her first made free throw of the game.
And I know there's been a lot of fouls for this Ouachita Tigers team, being 5 in this quarter, but I think as a coach, you kind of love the aggression. I mean, with such a big lead, players tend to give up a little bit, or not have the same intensity that a close game would be, but it seems like that aggression is still here.
And Winfrey battling inside. Foul's going to be called. And it's going to go on Brianna Benton. Lady Tigers are in the bonus, so Winfrey is going to have 2 here. She knocks down the first one, and Audrey Winfrey, another player off the bench for this team, she's inching up on getting to double digits in this game, as that made free throw puts her at 9 in the contest.
And the Ouachita Tigers are 15 for 18 from the free throw line. Very, very, very impressive. And we talked about it in the game before that they play that exhibition game, 9 for 10 from the free throw line, getting to the free throw line more in this game, but I mean, continuing to knock them down.
Moylan 3, no good. And they're going to call a foul on the box out. And it goes on Samantha Watson. That's Watson's 4th foul of the game, and it's going to send number 15, Kaylin Lockett, the sophomore out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, to the line for the first time tonight.
And that's the Lady Tigers' 6th foul in this quarter.
And in for her first action of this new season for Ouachita is that final freshman, is Aubrey Henderson, sophomore out of Jasper, Arkansas. And she goes 1-1 at the line. Ouachita running it quickly. Here's Joey Babel with the ball. Porter. Shot clock is off. Ouachita looking to get the last shot here.
And they do. Nice find inside. Nice basket.
Heidi Robinson scores. Williams just has to float it up at the buzzer, and it's no good. And Ouachita goes into this final quarter still on pace to hit 100. At 75, they lead 75-40. And we will be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Ouachita leads 75-40 going into the final quarter here at Bill Vining Arena. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Grant Johnson for some fourth quarter action as champion Christian, the Spa City Lady Tigers, out on the court and getting her first action on the court for Ouachita tonight. Number four, Caroline Dos Santos. And then also for champion Christian getting her first action of the night, number 10, Paris Whitfield. Here's Dos Santos backing down. She's looking at Henderson. Cross-court pass to Robinson. Shot clock ticking down. Here's Joey Babel. Nice mid-range shot, and she laces it. Joey Babel. She's comfortable in that mid-range, showing it there.
And great awareness of the clock. Only had 5 seconds. Knew what she could do with that 5 seconds, and great mid-range shot.
And that one clings off the front of the rim and out on the shot from Isabel Bueno. But, you know, looking at Caroline Dos Santos, standing 6'5", she would be a good forward on the men's team with that height.
Oh, for sure. And as you talked about earlier, she's from Brazil, which is very interesting. And I believe you said something about champion Christian having 2 players from Brazil. So kind of crazy that we got 3 players from Brazil somehow ending up in the great old Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
And this, like you said, the city of Sao Paulo producing 3 basketball players that have all met up here in Bill Vining Arena, as Audrey Winfrey is going to join the double-digit club here tonight for Ouachita. She's got 12 after that 3. That's her second of the game from distance.
And that puts 4 players in double digits.
Holloman at the top. Looking at Williams. Williams pulls up over Babel. That one's off the back of the rim. Winfrey on the rebound and Joey Babel running the court. Winfrey finds herself wide open and drains it from deep. Audrey Winfrey starting to heat up here. And this might be her quarter, as she already has 6, looking for more with just under 8 minutes to go in this game.
And that puts her 3 for 5 from three-point range.
Williams cross the court to Bueno. And Holloman puts it up. Can't get it to go, but fouled on the shot. And for the first time today, Brendasia Holland is going to go to the Holloman, going to the line for the first time today. That foul is going to go on Caroline Dos Santos. That's her first foul of the game, her team's 16th. And Grant, you see a lot of foul trouble in this game. Champion Christian has 1 player with 4 fouls, 2 players with 3. Meanwhile, Ouachita, 2 players, 1 foul away from being disqualified in this game.
Yeah, 16 total fouls from Ouachita Tiger team and 17 from champion Christian.
Coach Kylie Hill calling a timeout, and you could hear that from anywhere in the gym. Not happy with his team. And we're going to keep it here and just talk about, we're going to keep it and send it to a break, actually. And we will be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Vets and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Vets and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Ouachita leading 83-41 with 7:26 left in this one here at Bill Vining Arena. Following before the break, Coach Kylie Hill calling a timeout for his team, visibly upset by the offense. And now in this fourth quarter, Ouachita hoping to close this one out, leading by 42. And here's Heidi Robinson. Takes it left side. She's got Babel open in the mid-range. Off the back of the rim. Henderson thought she had the rebound, but here's Williams the other way. Bueno, top of the key. Looks at Holloman, and the hook shot no good off the left side of the rim. Babel's going to take the screen from Dos Santos. Henderson, that one swatted away, but she keeps possession of it. Joey Babel driving, pulls up off the right side of the rim and in, and whistled for the foul. Joey Babel's going to get a chance to make it a three-point play on this free throw.
Very impressive finish through contact.
And Babel's got 6 in this game, hoping to make it 7 with the made free throw. And you see behind the goal, members of the Ouachita volleyball team picking up a crucial conference win last night over Henderson State to start off what has been Battle of the Ravine week here on the campus of Ouachita, which will conclude with the Battle of the Ravine football game on Saturday at Carpenter Haygood Stadium on the campus of Henderson State University. And that pass just bobbled by Sepulvedo. And Champion Christian, they've got 17 turnovers on the night, and Ouachita really has produced from those turnovers. They've got 22 points off of them.
Yeah, we've seen it all night. Defense just leading to easy offensive buckets for the Lady Tiger team.
Joey Babel finds Henderson wide open on the inside.
And what a great find there. I mean, as a defense, whenever you trap, you're going to go to that closest offensive player. And, I mean, great find to find where that player kind of helped off and tried to jump for that steal.
Looking for Sepulvedo. Bueno, the long three, no good. Rebounded by Dos Santos. Lady Tigers running it quickly. Babel. Here's Henderson. Here's Porter. Ruby Trammell on the left side. Dos Santos out to Porter, driving it right. Dos Santos going to pull up for the midi, no good. Rebounded by Porter. Good effort, Joey Babel. Wide open shot from right behind the free throw line. And Joey Babel, she has 9 points now. Knocking on the door of that double-digit club that many Ouachita players have already found themselves in tonight.
Yeah, we have 4 already tonight. Her itching closer and closer to be that 5th one.
3 is good by Sepulvedo. Joey Babel on the left side. She's got Henderson. Good ball movement by Ouachita. Joey Babel on the far side. She's got Henderson outside. Great effort by Henderson to keep possession. Shot clock ticking down. Babel has to heave one, and that one does not hit the rim, and shot clock violation for Ouachita.
Great defense there by Champion Christian. I think offensively for the Ouachita Tigers, you got to start setting some more screens and really working that pick and roll offense. I mean, you have 6 foot, what do we say, 6'2" forward down low, 6'5" forward, and I mean, just I would use her as much as you can.
And that time the turnover from Shakira Ziegler of Champion Christian. And going to the bench, Olivia Sepulvedo, another big contributor for Champion Christian tonight. She's got 11 in this one. That quite possibly could be the last time we see her in this one after a strong effort from the junior. And the mid-range shot from the free throw line, no good by Dos Santos. Looking down the court, though, was Lipsy. And Ouachita takes it right back. Henderson gonna square up from 3. Knocks it down, Aubrey Henderson. She's got 5 in this one. And
great.
Just about every player on Ouachita scoring.
Oh, yeah, we're getting close to that 100-point mark. Only 7 away after that 3-point shot.
And just a pass to no man's land, and that no man's land is going to turn into an out of bounds. Ouachita is going to take it the other way. Here's Babel. She's guarded closely by Benton.
I think guarding full court, not necessarily wanting to steal or just kind of trying to get them to speed up a little bit is what that Champion Christian defense is trying to do.
And Babel looking to get the pass around to Dos Santos, just a little too far away from her hands, and that one sails out of bounds. Taking it down the court, Natalia Silva. She is still scoreless in this one, 0 for 7 from the field. Foul called on Joey Babel on the drive by Silva. Silva, well, that will be Babel's first foul of the game, her team's 17th. Pull-up shot this time, no good by Lockett. Good effort, though, by Champion Christian, and they're going to come up with the jump ball. Great effort by Shakira Ziegler, the freshman out of Copperas Cove, Texas.
Yeah, and if you're Ouachita Tigers here, I know it's kind of late and it's a blowout, but as a coach, I think some things that you can take away is boxing out is a big one. I mean, I know these are younger players that haven't got to play as much, but boxing out would be a big help for sure.
And there it goes down low for Caroline Dos Santos, and she's going to put herself on the board for the first time this season. And that one rolls around the rim and out. Very discouraging miss that time for Silva. Still looking for her first points in this game. Trammell gets it to Porter. Here's Henderson, drives it right, out to Trammell, and 3 clings off the right side. Good effort by Joey Babel. Trammell again from deep, and this time she gets it to fall.
And that's her second 3-point basket of the night. I think, you know, only being a freshman, this is something very good as a coach to see what's to come in the following years.
That one sails out of bounds. It's going to stay in possession of the Lady Tigers of Champion Christian. And this is only the first of 2 bits of Ouachita basketball action. We'll be right back here with you live from Bill Vining Arena tomorrow night as Aubrey Henderson, a fan favorite here at Bill Vining Arena, getting her 7th point of the game on that fast break layup.
and reaching that 100-point mark that we've been talking about that they were on pace all night for.
Very encouraging for the newly helmed Lady Tigers here in Arkadelphia. But going back to the action we have here on OSDN this week, tonight obviously you are watching Champion Christian come to town here at Bill Vining Arena, but tomorrow night we'll be right back here for some more basketball action as Dallas Christian comes to town to face the men's team, the Ouachita Tigers. Fun fact, Dallas Christian actually in the same conference as Champion Christian, so 2 teams from that conference will be in attendance within this week. And then on Friday, tune in Friday morning at 11 a.m. for the Lady Tigers of the Ouachita women's soccer team as they start off their first bit of Great American Conference playoff action against Southern Nazarene, followed by Oklahoma Baptist versus Harding in the second game of that doubleheader in the GAC tournament as Dos Santos, offensive rebound leading to points, just another second chance score for the Lady Tigers.
And that's 39 rebounds on the night for Ouachita Tigers.
That one batted away. Ouachita running away with it again. Babel on the break. She's got Porter. No good. And Caden Porter wanted that one to fall. Remains as the only player on this Ouachita team to not have scored tonight. But Caden Porter, while she has not made a shot, has made contributions in so many other areas. She's got 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal in a game that really has given her so many opportunities to just display the effort and intensity that she puts on the court every night. And with that, Aubrey Henderson rebound. Ouachita is just going to dribble it out as this game ends with a score of Ouachita 102, Champion Christian 45. Players shaking hands there as Ouachita moves to 1-0 in this newly minted season. And just great things looking to come for Kylie Hill's new team, and he's going to pick up his first victory here in Arkadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of accolades so far, but, I mean, getting all 13 players to play this game, very, very impressive. Only one not having a basket in the game, but having big contributions in other areas. I mean, just a great, to look forward to in the following years, having only one senior on the team.
And the Lady Tigers next time will be facing much different competition as they'll be heading to Memphis next Tuesday to take on Christian Brothers. Now joined here on the broadcast, though, head coach Kylie Hill. And Coach Hill, congratulations on your first win here at Ouachita. Just talk a little bit about this game and just the players' effort tonight.
Well, I honestly thought our effort was kind of lackluster compared to the exhibition game we played on Friday. I thought we played kind of fatigued tonight. I wasn't very happy consistent with our effort, but I mean, we've tried to. One of the things that this group has got to figure out, and it's part of learning and the learning curve of what we're trying to accomplish, is they got to learn to fight weary. And a long day at classes, Wednesdays are tough days. Tuesdays and Wednesdays for us in a class perspective here at Ouachita are really, really challenging. We have so many labs kids that come off, and we went right from a shooter and right to this. So that was kind of a perspective that we really had to fight through. But, I mean, we were able to play a lot of kids tonight, a lot of opportunities. But I didn't think our defensive efforts were as good as what we've had in the practice setting. But again, that's what we're trying to accomplish right now, is trying to figure out who our identity is going to be. And we were not our very best on our A game level. We're probably maybe a B plus, even though we end up winning by a good chunk of points there. But again, I think that what we've tried to stress to our club has really been the standard is the standard. You hear that a lot. But these kids have really tried to really demonstrate it on a daily basis and figure out what it's all about, and just understand that we dictate our own momentum, we dictate our own energy, and what we have to be able to do to show that and showcase on the defensive end of the floor, which will carry over to the offensive side.
Yes, sir. And coming out of halftime, obviously Champion Christian playing that zone defense in the first half, and coming out of halftime, Coach D'Anthony Ellison had his team matched up in a man-to-man, and you saw quickly you're able to pull your team to the side after a quick timeout and able to make an adjustment. So what did you tell your team during that timeout?
Well, in that quick timeout, what we had talked about at halftime, we weren't putting people in the right position to have success. And so we had to correctly readjust, revamp, whatever you want to call that, and we got people in the right spots and be able to create some mismatch opportunities right out of the gate. And that was what we were really, our conversation was about, because I thought we had the first half, we had a very poor lack of communication. I thought we did a better job in the second half of that. We did not do a good enough job of finishing with opportunity we had in the paint. And so that was a major emphasis of focus we had in the second half. And then also to be more valuable with the basketball, because we were putting the basketball in odd situations, or putting the ball at our kids' ankles. Our shooters weren't getting a quality rhythm, and that just kind of carried over throughout that. But I think we did a good job of trying to step up on a consistent basis, much better when they went to the 5-out pieces, and regardless if they went man or zone against us, we did a better job of not allowing dribble drive penetration. They had to shoot some shots from the cheap sheets, and we did a better job of being able to get out in transition and run.
And Coach, in that half-court offense, obviously you're running a really, really quick, fast break offense, but in the half-court offense, a lot of it's centering around Abby Harrison and her height and her ability to pin down one of those defenders. And so just her ability to do that and do it well, what have you seen from her this offseason and her development from last season to where she is now?
Abby's ability right now, potential is somebody else's eyes. I just see Abby's potential to be off the charts. She has length, she has size, she runs extremely well, has great hands. Her ability to really to put herself in a quality position has been very consistent. One of the things the biggest thing we've got to work on Abby is Abby believing in herself. And I think that, and Abby was one of those kids I mentioned earlier when we first started talking here. Her Wednesdays for a class day are just, she goes all day, has a lab. She missed part of our shoot around today coming from that lab. So there's a lot of challenges she had to go through. So from what we saw Friday to what we hear, she's two different players. And when she shows up, we have a chance to be a really, really special basketball team, because we have some stuff on the perimeter we can work with. But our biggest challenge is we've got to get better and better on the defensive end of the floor, and really become somebody who is a very, what we talk about on the offensive side as well, but make the ball talk, and we got to make the ball stop talking on the other end.
And Coach, the biggest story for your team, and obviously looking at the stat sheet, you're going to see it. Lainey Mears, just the efficiency from deep, only really missing one shot from the field. What does it mean to have a player that when she takes a shot from behind the three-point line, most of the time you can just guarantee and chalk up 3 points like that?
Well, I just think that Lainey's ability to score is so, again, your efficiency side of that. She's a very gifted player. Like now I'm challenging Lainey in different ways, especially in the defensive end. I said, you may be able to score these pieces, but we got to have you and use your IQ and use your pieces to help us on the defensive end to get you more opportunities. And we're trying to move some kids around, do some different things, so she's not having to constantly, because we've had her at the point, we've had her at the 2, we've had her at the 3, we've had her different spots trying to maneuver, figure out what's the best position for her. And I think that when she steps on the floor, that helps us stretch the floor. That helps Abby. Helps us do a lot of things. If Tip is on her game, there's a lot of different weapons that we can utilize, and Lainey's just one more addition that we can put in a bullet in our gun.
And Coach, heading on the road now to Memphis on Tuesday against Christian Brothers, how do you prepare your girls for their first road game of the season?
Well, we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to take a day off tomorrow on Thursday, come back in and practice Friday. We've got Battle of the Ravine here on Saturday, so all of our kids are wanting to be involved with those pieces. So we'll take a day off and begin our prep Sunday, Monday, and then that travel situation we're going to really work on and see what we can do to manage the game better than what we have. Again, first time we're going to be away from Vining, so it's going to be everything that we're doing here now is a preparation for conference play here in December. So it's very important that we're doing our things preparation-wise, that those things don't change from the home to away.
And Coach, best of luck as you guys head on the road, and congratulations on your first win here for Ouachita.
Thanks.
And, you know, as we sign off on this broadcast, we want to thank you guys so much for watching here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. This has been Isaac Bourne here with Coach Kylie Hill, and earlier with Grant Johnson. Good morning, good evening, good night, and go Tigers. God bless.
Go Tigers.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Granick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.